Happy day before Friday. We have a couple giveaways and a huge 3-game slate. Let's talk some basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we're back to talk some more NBA. Yesterday was an absolute bloodbath for me. My goodness. We started out with 4 straight losers, and then we finished the night with 2 pretty easy winners, actually. Really sweat-free. So 2 and 4 overall. Bad reads, bad shooting nights. We'll go over the entire recap in a bit. Just frustrating. Again, it's been a frustrating start. I trust the process. Like I've mentioned, we won almost 30 units, 29 units last year. I know it's going to turn around. We're going to get some luck, but we'll go over that recap in a little bit. But it's time to get some positivity going on in the community, and that means giveaway time. I'm going to give $15 away to 2 different random people in the comments below. Here's what you got to do. Leave a comment below just saying something positive going on in your life or something you're grateful for or something like that. And they'll just pick 2 random people and we'll give 15 bucks away. I'm going to try to do more of this as we go along this season. But as for mine's just, my kids and wife, seeing my 2 kids play basketball. One had practice today, seeing them grow up, play basketball, pretty cool. Just felt the first kick from my little girl due in March. So that was pretty cool also. But just want to kind of bring some positivity back into the community. So that's what I got. Leave a comment below. You get a chance to win 15 bucks. But it is time for a dad joke. So here we go. This is a kid one. I apologize. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? 10 tickles. Alrighty. All right, guys, we got a weird slate. So in this video, we're going to recap yesterday. It's Thursday, so I'm going to give you the defenses versus power forward stats. And then on Friday, I'm going to also be doing the between the lines. I'm going to talk against the spread, over under, the best and worst teams in the NBA so far this season, but not today. It's going to be on Friday. I'm going to give a lean for each game. There's only 3, and it's ugly. There's 6 teams playing. 3 of them are on a back-to-back. We got injury news everywhere. Props not up yet, but I have a lean I like right now in each game. There is no reason to force any bets the night before, but I still want to kind of talk through the games and kind of see your opinions and things like that. So that's what we got for today. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below to help this channel continue to grow. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Come join this community. We talk MLB, NFL, and NBA all year round. But let's get it rolling. And that means it's recap time. All right, here it is. I'm going to try to stay positive, but it was a brutal day. I'm not going to hide it. I never do. Very transparent here. Dyson Daniels over 5.5 dimes. Easy winner. Got 6 before halftime. Gotta love it. DeAndre 8 and under, 23.5 points plus rebounds. It was a massive blowout, and it didn't matter because he did absolutely nothing anyways. I think he ended with 10. Alex Sarr, I will never fade you again. I am 0 for 2 on his unders. He was the only guy this season, pretty much, that was able to get rebounds against the Houston Rockets. He got 11 of them. This one closed at 10.5. Great CLV. Who cares? X. De'Aaron Fox over 28.5 PRAs was literally just doing cardio most of the game, especially in the first half. My goodness. It was the Castle show, and Fox was nowhere to be seen. Did not watch much of this game. Picked it up a little bit in the second half, but too little, too late. This one is the one that hurt, probably. Knepel. Yeah, I think I said his name right. Over 17.5 points. Knepel just didn't shoot well. As you'll see there on the bottom, if he made one more shot, we would have cashed. He ended with 16 points. He was 5 for 13 actually himself. If he was just 6 for 13, that's all I am asking from a great shooter. Go 6 for 13. Let's cash a ticket. Nope, couldn't do it. 5 for 13, ended with 16 points. Jaime Jaquez, foul trouble, and was also horrendous shooting the ball. Did not happen. I picked guys on some of their worst shooting nights. As you can see on the note below, Knepel, Jaquez Jr., and De'Aaron Fox shot a combined 14 for 42. Sometimes when it rains, it pours, all on one day. Glad I could get the other 2 wins just to at least salvage the night a little bit. But you see it down there, down 4.82 units. Still trust the process. I know it's frustrating, but we have a long season to go. I'm going to probably lower the volume here, maybe focus on more, less volume, more 1-unit plays, things like that moving forward for bets that I like and stuff. So under player props, 7 and 8 overall this year also. So that's what we got for the recap for Wednesday. Now let's talk some power forwards. All right, we start out with the defenses giving up the most points to the power forward. Obviously, only 3 games, so not a lot of teams playing. We do have one matchup, though. How about the Raptors facing Evan Mobley if he decides to play today? Of the Cavaliers, 20.1 points per game. Raptors giving up almost 26 points per game. Again, all these numbers I get off Fantasy Pros. Different sites are going to have some different numbers because, it's kind of positionless basketball on some of these positions. But Pacers and Cavaliers giving up the most points to power forwards. That's been a problem for the Pacers for the last few seasons. Then you see over there on the right side, the guys playing today, Lauri Markkanen, Pascal Siakam, and Jalen Johnson, who is on a back-to-back. So that's what we got for the most points. Take a screenshot now. Let's check out the rebounds. We got one matchup, and it's the Cavaliers, who've given up the most rebounds to the power forward position at around 13, facing Scotty doesn't know at 7.4 rebounds per game. Then you see the other teams and players playing today as well. Again, use this for Friday throughout the week. Take some screenshots. But that's what we got for the rebounds. Now let's check out the assists. Only 2 teams in the top 10, and both of them happen to be having a matchup here. Cavaliers, again, facing Scotty doesn't know, 4.9 assists per game. Cavaliers, 5.5 given up. Jazz giving up around 5. Jalen Johnson, 5.2 assists per game. So that's what we got for the overs, if you're looking at that. Now, if you're looking at some unders, here are the defenses giving up the fewest points, rebounds, and assists to the power forward position. Again, not a lot of teams playing today, but the Magic, Celtics, 76ers are the top 3 and the fewest points allowed. You see the Jazz there. Jazz actually top 10 in points and rebounds, surprisingly. You see the Suns. They are in the top 10 in all 3 categories. 6th in points allowed, 8th in rebounds, and 2nd in assists per allowed. Again, assists to power forwards. Not a huge stat that I would really put a lot into, but that's what we got for, top 10. Again, if you're new, we do point guards on Mondays, shooting guards, small forward, power forward, and then we end Fridays with centers every single week to kind of give you some info. So hopefully this helps you out. But that's what we got for the power forward position. Now let's talk some leans. All right, before we get to the leans, I did forget to mention in the intro, the Thursday Night Football video is out now, so be sure to check it out. But if you are needing some time with family, this is the night, guys. There's 3 NBA games. They're ugly. There's the Thursday Night Football game. It's ugly. We can still place a bet, win some money, but I would recommend this is like the night where you say, you know what, honey, let's go have a date or let's hang out with the kids. This is it because there's not much going on. But let's talk some leans real quick. Yesterday, 10 of the 12 games in the NBA were won by double digits. It's disgusting. Average margin of victory, 17.5 points. I mean, I just don't understand why this league is so uncompetitive. I just wanted to point that out. Again, some days there's some competitive games, but that was not yesterday. All right, 3 leans. We're going to go through each game. We're going to start out with this Cavs and Raptors game. I mean, my lean is Donovan Mitchell, 30-plus points. I saw that at plus 150. His actual line's 27.5 points if you want to take that. The big question here is he playing? Who's playing? It's the second night of a back-to-back. The first night, Mitchell, Garland, and Mobley decided to sit out. They were busy. They had other plans. I assume they all play now on the back-to-back since they didn't just play. Will Jared Allen play? Will DeAndre Hunter play? They actually played yesterday. I don't know. So that's why this is a really tough game before you get injury news. And again, out of these 6 teams, 3 of these teams are on a back-to-back. That's what makes it hard. But if Mitchell is in and others sit, then this could be a steal. Mitchell on the season is averaging 30.4 points per game. Just need him to hit his average here. But this year, he's hit 30-plus points in 5 of 10. Now, his last 2 games, he barely went under this, but he actually went over this total line. Remember, his actual line is 27.5 here, but he scored 29 and 28 the last 2 games. He did that while shooting 20 for 52. Horrendous shooting, and he still about scored 30. That's how much usage, how much volume this guy has. He's averaging 20.4 field goal attempts per game this year, taking 20 or more field goal attempts in 5 straight games. If other guys don't play, it's going to be even higher. Taking an insane 64 threes in the last 5 games. Facing the Raptors, been pretty good defending shooting guards, average versus point guards for what that's worth. Again, if Garland plays, he's more of a shooting guard. If he's, if he doesn't play, he's more of the point guard. But they've actually been a top 10 defense defending the perimeter so far. The Raptors have. I don't think it really matters with a superstar like Mitchell. He'll chuck it from anywhere. Mitchell faced the Bulls, who have been a top 5 defense defending the perimeter. Still got up 12 threes, knocked down 5 of them. So I like Mitchell over 27.5 points if you like that line, or just go for the 30-plus points at plus 150. That's my first lean. The next game is the Suns hosting the Indiana Pacers. What a game. Suns minus 4.5. My luck and reads in general on these spreads so far to start the year have been awful. So take that for what it is. Again, it's a lean. But the Suns are on the second night of a back-to-back. I get it. They could rest some guys. Who knows? Hence, it's a lean, not a bet yet. Suns are playing some decent basketball lately. We talked about it yesterday. I gave the Suns out as a money line lean. Wish I made the bet myself. They ended up winning the game in Dallas by 11. They've now won 6 of their last 7 games. They just had 5 guys score 13 or more points yesterday. I mean, they're playing really good team basketball. If you watch Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal really shooting lights out from deep to help this offense. Dylan Brooks has really stepped in, helping this defense, doing some scoring himself. Obviously, we know what we're getting from Devin Booker, just a stud offensively. Ninth best net rating in this 6 game or over the 7 game stretch. Seventh best offensive, 10th best defensive rating. It includes wins over the Spurs and the Clippers twice. I know Clippers haven't been great this year. It hasn't been like the hardest 7 games, but they're still playing really good. And beating the Spurs is not easy right now. They face the worst team in the NBA. This is a big fate of Indiana. My goodness. With these injuries right now, I think they're worse than the Wizards and Nets, or maybe that's a little much. Not with Nembhard back, but they're not far off. They're a bottom 5 team right now. Pacers just gave up 152 to Utah. That's hard to do. They're a bit more rested with Phoenix now on a back-to-back, obviously. But this Pacers team is still playing their 4th game in 6 days. So it's not like they're just coming in here fresh. Final game of a 4-game road trip. The other 3 games lost by 17, 31, and 24. Nembhard and McConnell are back. Obviously, that helps the guards. That's not enough here. I mean, this team is hot garbaggio right now. Only worry is the back-to-back for Phoenix, honestly. But I like Phoenix at this short number. And by the way, the Phoenix Suns, 6-0 against the spread at home. So the third one, this is random, but I've been watching some Hawk games, and this guy is chucking it. Vít Krejci. It sounds like I'm saying Wayne Gretzky. Vít Krejci, over 3s. I have no idea. I could say that name over and over and say it wrong. There's no line out for this one right now, but he's chucking him up. His minutes are kind of all over the place, though. Last 5 games, 20, 30, 24, 17, and 10. Now, 20, 30, and 24 are the last 3 games, so it's trending in that right direction, obviously, but he's been shooting the ball really well, and he's been shooting the ball a lot. Last 3 games from deep, 3 for 5, 8 for 10, and 2 for 9. Yes, he went 8 for 10 one game from deep. He has no issue shooting the ball, shooting 44% from deep overall this year. And he may not play if he starts cold. You know, you never know with this rotation. But obviously, without Trae Young, he gets a little more minutes as well. But facing the Jazz, this is one of the worst perimeter defenses in the NBA. Giving up the 2nd most 3-point attempts in the league, 42.3 attempts. Gotten lucky with some teams going ice cold lately, but I've watched some of their games. They're just missing. That's all it is. It's not because their defense is great. So as long as he can get his 20 or more minutes, you know, I assume he's going to chuck up 7, 8, 9 more threes. If he can get like a 2.5 line at decent odds, you know, I don't mind that. Again, these are just leans right now. No bets. His prop's not even out yet. So that's what I got for my 3 leans right now. More props and injury news out in the morning. If I have an actual added or best bet, I'm sure I'll have one. It will be in the pinned comments below. So be sure to check it out. Again, 3 teams on a back-to-back. Be sure to check that injury report. But thank you guys for watching. As always, I really appreciate the support. Go check out that Thursday Night Football video if you have any time at all. But hope you guys have a good one, and we'll talk to you soon.